Alexander Reinagle's little piece, Opus 1, number 8. Whoops. And if all you wanted to do was listen to it being played, feel free to leave after you hit the like button. Thank you. And if you are interested in learning this piece or getting some new ideas about teaching this piece, stay tuned, because that's what we're going to do. First, I'll go over the rhythm, because it's a very interesting division. You've got half notes, which divide into 2 quarter notes. Each quarter note divides into 2 eighth notes, and each eighth note divides into 2 16th notes. So I want to talk about the rhythmic relationships here. Then we'll talk about reading by intervals and how that can help your sight reading progress a little more quickly. And then we're going to talk about the underlying harmonic analysis, so that you can understand how the composer put this piece together. And that is what is going to happen next. Now, taking a look at the rhythmic relationship between the rhythms that he's using, the composer, Mr. Reinagle, is using half notes, which typically, in 2/4 time, they get 2 counts. And each half note is made up of 2 quarter notes, or 4 eighth notes, or 8 16th notes. So if you count this as 1, 2, then this would be 1, 1, or 1, 2. And there's a lot of different ways to say this. 1 and, or 1 and, 2 and. And then some people prefer to say 1 ta ta ta. The typical music band choir way to count it in America is 1 e and a. So 1 e and a, 2 e and a, or 1 ta ta ta, 2 ta ta ta. This would be 1. In that case, this would be 1 2, 1 te 2 te, 1 ta ta ta, 2 ta ta ta. Some people find that easier to say. So then the relationships that you have here. The right hand rhythm, if I can find a nice pointing pencil, you would go 1 2 e and a, 1 and 2 and 1 2 1 2 1 2 e and a, 1 and 2 and 1 2 1 2 1 2 e and a, 1 and 2 and 1 2 e and a, 1 and 2 and 1 2 e and a, 1 and 2 and 1 2 1 2. So now go ahead and try clapping that along with me, trying to play it while I point. We'll see how that goes. 1 2 1 and 2 and 1 2 e and a, 1 and 2 and 1 2 1 2 1 2 e and a, 1 and 2 and 1 2 1, going on. 1 2 e and a, 1 and 2 and 1 2 e and a, 1 and 2 and 1 2 e and a, 1 and 2 and 1 2 1 2. The left hand only uses quarter notes and half notes, so hopefully if you're at this level, this is not a problem for you. The intervals, speaking of the left hand, is interesting because you have a third, a line to a line skipping a space, and then you have a fourth, a line, skip space, skip a line, space, and back to a third. Then you move down to the landmark note, bass F. The 2 dots of this bass clef outline the line that is F. It's the F below middle C. Up a second, up a second, up a second. Then you have to lift your wrist and move your hand again to play the third that is on middle C, and the third above it is E. Lift your wrist, finger 4 stays on middle C, but your thumb plays F instead to be a fourth, and back to a third. Then you go back down to your bass F, up a second, up a fourth. Then you hang around here, middle C, down a fourth, up a second, up a second, up a second, and then we move back to our pattern. Third, fourth, third, F, up a second, up a fourth. The right hand is awful lot of seconds, maybe a little moving around. So you have the C above middle C, which is treble C, up a second, down a second, down a second, down a second, down a second, repeat, 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 up up a second, up a second, up a second, up a second, down a second, up, down, 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 repeat, up a second. Now here you have to move your hand. So finger 4 is on C, treble C, and you're going to move to finger 3, a third higher on E, up a second, down, 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 repeat, up a second, up a second, up a second, down, up, repeat, up a third. Then you have an interesting jump. It's a jump of a fifth, but you're going from finger 5 on the G to finger 4 on the C. Up a second, down, 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 repeat. So intervallically, it's very stepwise. And then as far as the harmony is concerned, wait, we're talking about intervals. Let's do the solfege. So this would be do. I'll try to sing it do, do. I'm not sure I'm going to be comfortable that high, but I'll give it a twirl. Do, re, do, ti, la, so, 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 la, ti, do, re, do, ti, la, so, 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 la, ti, do. I'm definitely not going up here. Mi, fa, mi, re, do, re, 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 mi, fa, so, fa, mi, re, mi, so, do, re, do, ti, la, so, 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 la, ti, do. I apologize for changing octaves. It's late in the day, and I don't think my voice is all warmed up. So then, in C major, the primary triads, the major ones, would be the C chord, C, E, G, the 4 chord, F, A, C, the 5 chord, G, B, D, but this composer is also he's outlining the 6 chord, A, C, E. So you have a C, an E, and a C. So that's definitely a 1 chord. And then F and C with that A in there, C and an A, that's an upper neighbor and a passing tone. The D is an upper neighbor and the B is a passing tone, and the rest of the chord is C, F, A. So you got 1, 4, 1, 4, 5, 6, A, C, implied E. And then I'm saying this could be a 7, but it sounds better as a 5 chord. 1, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 5, 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, 5, 1, 5, 4. Is it a 4? It's an F and an A. And there's a G, ooh, it's an E, G, B, but I think it's a 5 chord, G, B, D, G, B, D. 1, you're most likely to have 1, 4, and 5, and that 6 is just rather an interesting choice there. That's how you get a little bit of an understanding of how the composer put this together. So this last 4 bars is like the first 4 bars, except it doesn't go on. It ends on C. And then this 4 bars, he's using that rhythm, quarter, 16th, 8th, 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 and he just does it a couple different times. That having that rhythm the same ties the piece together, but he gets to play different notes. That's wrong. Sorry. So I've got this pole in the way. So that's a little bit of an understanding of the structure and how you might want to study it. And then I'll play the recording of me playing the piece one more time, and I hope you enjoy learning this. you.